Apologizing is something that everyone has done in their lives. Well, it's a little bit different when someone like Colleen Mallinger, Logan Paul, or James Charles do it because it's on a much bigger scale and they usually do it through a video. Well, I don't believe these work. And today we'll be going over the intended effects of why they might do them, the actual effects of how people receive them, and how they honestly really don't matter because the influencers end up going back and doing the same thing again. So when influencers make these apology videos, they want to be genuine and sincere. They want us to think that they're on the same level as us. When in reality, if a person has a mansion in like 3 different like like nice Jeeps, they're not on the same level as us. So these might be filmed to apologize for actions like, I don't know, James Charles saying sorry for texting a minor and then going back and doing the same thing again. But they want us to think that they're actually sorry when they're not. And that's the big issue with these. So for and that's according to Gettysburg College. The actual effects is disingenuous and dishonest. There's a lot of mortification, which means they there's a lot of making other things seem like it's bigger than their issue. So they will say, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I did this, but then this guy did this thing and that's way worse and we need to go send money to these places because they're doing these bad things. And there's a lot of mortification where they act ashamed. Actually, 52% of the tactic is mortification and 21% is lowering their offenses. So a lot of times people will just see this as putting on an act because most times they have a script when it comes down to it, and it's just a lot of repetition and it's not really good for the public. An audience also get fatigued when somebody like, I don't know, Tana Mojo does 10 different apology videos and they just lose subscribers. So it's not a good idea from business and it's not a good idea from the audience perspective. Some people might say there are genuine apology videos out there, but when it comes down to it, that's like the 1%. That it's not very many apology videos to begin with. This is from Hamburg. I think that, I can't pronounce it, but I think that's what it's called. So, and they also will like put teardrops in their eyes. In 2025, all this has been very exposed, so we kind of know what goes on, but they like to think that we're sheep and think that we don't know what goes on. So I would like to talk about what an actual apology is, and why the influencer one doesn't really work and the impact it has on society. So there are 5 R's of apologizing: recognition, which is recognizing the problem, which is the first step; responsibility, which is saying, yes, I did this thing, I will fix it; remorse, actually feeling sorry; restitution, then repetition and reform. Most often, apology videos are lacking everything, all of this, every single one. Here's an example. Tana Mojo apologized for being racist, but there are more than enough accounts to prove that she has done that again. Like, a lot of times again. Not just once again, a lot of times again. But influencers don't really recognize that they need the 5 R's to seem genuine, and they don't implement that into what they say. And over the last 35 years, most of the apology videos has flopped. So, do with that what you will. Those are the 5 R's. Oh, this is not the 5 R's, actually. All these are very important, and they all lack all of those. So, today, we went over intended effects, actual effects, and why it doesn't work. And these are some of the apology videos. And I'm sorry you had to watch this speech.